just because you must study a lot doesn't mean you have to keep sitting for everything you do. One of my Pali students, she reminded me that even like very famous German poets and philosophers such as like Goethe and Schiller and so on, when they met with each other, they had long walks with each other, and then they had very good conversations, very thorough and profound conversations. So, and there's even like a whole documentary on how movement affects the body, meaning when we move, the impulse for the movement doesn't come from the brain, it actually comes from the spine. And I can feel this very well when I'm moving. So because I have my best conversations while running, in fact, or while bicycle riding, because I'm also the most relaxed and the most concentrated due to this oxygenation of the brain, like the whole body is moving, the blood is flowing throughout the body, and the brain is getting very much oxygenated, and I'm very focused. So the movement impulse comes from the spine, and my intellect is still, my mind is very sharp in these moments. One of my students, she then, especially, she likes to study while walking. She likes to study Pali while walking, and repeats then the vocabulary and learn things by heart while walking. Personally, I like very much repeating verses while I'm riding the bicycle, and especially I did this with a friend in Taiwan, that we repeated each other in turns a verse or a saying, and we made it a bit of a game. It was like we were physically relaxed because we were riding bicycle in the sun. At the same time, we were just having this like light conversation or this light repetition competition. So when I'm studying in this way, I can even like when I listen to audiobooks, I can even remember the books very well, which I read, which I actually listened to the extent that I sometimes, or oftentimes actually, I remember what I heard at what particular part of the road. So this is the brain and the memory and the mind get so much switched on. Especially when I'm on the bicycle, when I'm running, I love to listen to audiobooks, or while I'm doing workouts, I love to listen to audiobooks. And the more I'm physically relaxed, meaning the more I move and it relaxes me physically, the quicker I can read or listen. So oftentimes I'm listening to 1.5x speed or even 2x speed, which again, so at times even 2.5x speed. Once you're used to it and once you become very relaxed and can sort of ease into it, it becomes a very nice phenomenon. Moreover, in the past, I used to, in order to prepare myself to go to China or to go to Taiwan for a semester abroad, I used to listen while doing yoga in the morning to some talks, some discussions of Taiwanese or Chinese monks in Chinese, and to get again used to the tone, or to news in Sanskrit, again to get used to the tone. So have your university on wheels, so to speak, and get used to studying things in your net time, that it means your no extra time. Again, another example, there was a really long workshop about a computer program, and it took about 4 hours. Well, we scheduled for 4 hours, but we ended up taking 5 hours. After 90 minutes, I was already completely exhausted. Then I started to switch my camera off and do pull-ups and dips. So for each minute, I did 1 pull-up and 1 dip, very relaxed. So I ended up in the next 3 hours and doing about 200 pull-ups and 200 dips. And I stayed so focused for the entirety of this 5-hour workshop. And I was afterwards not even tired. I was again like extremely switched on. So this is what movement can do to you. In fact, nowadays, that's why I'm literally walking right now on my treadmill. For this reason, I bought myself a standing table and also a treadmill, which can go up to 10 kilometers per hour. I don't need to do it right now. However, generally, I teach my German classes these days, oftentimes with in 3 kilometers per hour, just in this very nice speed, which I'm doing it right now. I can still talk, I can still teach, I can think very clear, and it gives me a bit of a break from sitting all the time at my desk. So do something you would enjoy for doing for a long time, either cardio or strength training or stretching, and this can give you again a break, and it can give you a breakthrough to any plateau if you experience any, because with this you can increase the continuity of your studies on a particular field, and you could just keep going and keep going, as I can keep going while listening. When I listen while riding bicycle, or when I just run. So because I'm so relaxed, I can just continuously keep listening for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, however long my ride and my journeys are. And afterwards, when I do my chores, I keep even going, sometimes even 4 or 5 hours within the day, come up listening. I can put together even without spending any extra time. So like easy workouts, like this conditioning training, the cardio training, and chores, easy chores. These are very prone. These times are very, very conducive for relaxed studies. I hope you got some inspiration to use also your net time, but also to use your movement in order to maintain your body, but as well as deepen your studies. And if you have any questions and comments, drop them down below. And if you found this video helpful, then smash the like button, of course, you know what to do. If you didn't, press the dislike button twice just to be on the safe side. In other case, subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you never miss a video when I put one out. All right, guys, catch you at the top.